Welcome. Today's webinar is on introducing the new Totara Mobile App, and we are recording. If you are unable to come live today, you will receive a link to the recording. We're very excited about the new Totara Mobile App, so welcome for those of you that came today. Our presenter today is Erin Milanese. She is our technology manager that we could not live without, and she also does a lot of implementation specialization for our clients and is very, very knowledgeable and has been testing the new mobile app and will demo it for us. You will get our contact information in the link that we send too. So if you come up with more questions or you couldn't come live today and you have questions, we'll do our best to answer those. Okay, I just want to talk a little bit. My name is Tammy Frame. I'm the CEO of eClass for Learning. Just about some of the solution sets that we provide at eClass for Learning. We sell several open source LMS solutions. We do course development. We also sell ready-made courses. We do a fantastic job on onboarding and support, which is a lot of what Erin does. She's fantastic. We can help with advanced reporting and analytics. We have e-commerce options that we can connect to our LMS solutions. We can host the LMS solutions. We do systems integrations with our programming team, and we can also customize the LMS, which is one of the reasons we like open source. We can make a lot of customizations in-house too. So if you are interested in any of those services, feel free to contact us. We'd love to talk with you. And then I just wrote a little introduction to today's webinar. Mobile access to online learning is growing exponentially and really fast. So that's why we're so excited that Totara is developing in that direction. So it's important to understand that 80% of the world's population uses smartphones. 30% of smartphone owners already use smartphones for on-the-go learning. They're finding in the research that mobile learning improves productivity by 43%. So if you have a workforce that's out in the field, mobile learning can really, really help you, especially over the phone. There can be anytime, anywhere learning. Leaders reported a 55% improvement in their business after embracing mobile learning. So those are some reasons why today's webinar is important. Okay, we are using Zoom as our webinar platform today, and if you are here live and you want to submit a question, I'll be watching those and letting Erin know and watching what comes through. So please feel free to put in questions. Because the mobile app is so new, we may not know all of the answers, but we will certainly research it and work with Totara to find any answers that we don't know so far. So I think questions make a webinar a lot more fun. And even if we don't know something, that forces us to learn some things too. And this is a new and evolving technology. So thanks for joining us. And with that, I'm going to stop sharing. And we'll make Erin the presenter, and she can present her screen.
Yeah, give me just a second to get my phone loaded here. Hopefully, you are now seeing my phone screen and the app. All right, so just as a starting point, this is what the app looks like. You can find it for free in the App Store of whatever mobile phone you're using. And after you download it, you will first need to log in. You'll need the URL of the Totara site that you're using, and then your username and password. And also be aware that the app is for learners. It's not for instructors. So your learners can go in and access content, but if you're the instructor or the site admin and you want to make edits to a course, you'll still need to do that either on a computer or by opening it through the Safari or Chrome browser. Yeah, so here's what the app looks like after you're logged in and you see the courses here. And I'm going to start just by giving a little tour of this page. So up here in the top right, you can change how the courses are displayed. You can have this sort of big image or a list view. And down at the bottom, there's 4 icons. The first is a little book, and this is sort of the home page where all your courses will be listed. The next is a little cloud icon, and I'll talk more about this later, but this is where anything you've downloaded in the app will appear. So there are certain pieces of course content that you can download, and then you'll have offline access to them. So that's a really great feature of this app. The next is a notification. If you actually have a notification, there'll be a little red number there. But if you have an assignment graded or you've submitted something, that's what this notifications app will tell, or notifications button will tell you. And then on the right is your profile information and a place to log out. One other thing to mention is that not every course will appear here. So you do have the option as the instructor or the site admin, you can configure courses to appear in the mobile app. So if you have a certain type of content that isn't suitable for the mobile environment, you don't have to enable this. But for a lot of users, this will be really handy for them on the go. So now I'm going to go into the course, and on this overview page, I see my progress. This is based on the course completion settings and my current grade. And then I'm going to click on activities, and then I'm going to hit this little toggle to expand all. And I've arranged these into resources at the top. So PDF file, Word document URL, and then some activities that are most commonly used in some Totara courses here at the bottom. And yes, please feel free to interrupt me with questions if you have any as we go. So a PDF file, Word document, URL, all of these work pretty similarly. If you just tap on it, it will open, and I can scroll, I can zoom in and get a better view of it if I need to. That's a PDF. The Word document works exactly the same way. When I tap on it, it opens here. I can zoom in. If I turn my phone sideways, it will adjust and be a bit bigger. Finally, a URL, again, it'll open here. One thing to know about all 3 of these is they open within the app. So there's not a way to click on this link and send it to Safari, or to click on a PDF app or the PDF link and open it in a PDF reader. So for now, you are able to navigate. So I could click one of these links from within the app, and it would open, but I can't bounce this out to Safari. So this is one of those things where I think as future updates of the Totara app are released, I think this sort of feature will become available. But for now, it works great. You just can't use it in a different app. So next I'm going to focus on these activities, starting with Scorm. So Scorm are lessons that can be uploaded that have a lot of interactive content. And Scorm is one of the items that can be downloaded offline. So in the top right, there's this little tiny faint cloud, and it's faint because I've already downloaded this Scorm package. But if you have users who are in a Scorm for the first time, it will have an outline and be a bit more obvious. And this is what they can use to download it for offline access. And again, once it's downloaded, it'll be here at the bottom with this little cloud. Now I'm going to click New Attempt. And I am going to let this video play just so you can sort of see what happens after a Scorm package loads. It'll take just a couple seconds here. Maybe I'll even turn my phone sideways so you get a better view. And the reason I'm letting it do this is once I've hit the end of that little circle over there on the right, you'll see that this is actually touch enabled. So I'm on my phone, it tells me to touch it, and when I touch it, it moves. So it's very cool, at least I think it's very cool, that when the Scorm is loaded here on my phone within the Totara app, all of the touch features that I would expect to work do. So that's one way you can navigate this Scorm. You can also use these arrows on the right-hand side to navigate through the Scorm. One final note with Scorm is that there are some glitches with certain types of Scorm, so it's really important to test and upload your Scorm and do some testing before you make it available to mobile users. Again, I think that as new releases come out of the Totara app, that this will be fixed. This one that I demonstrated works fine, but other Scorm packages might experience some glitches. So moving on to assignments. If I tap here, I'll see I have an assignment due. I see all the details about it. And if I want to add a submission, I can do that through the mobile app. So if I tap here, so obviously I'm on a phone. So when I click this, I am limited a bit in my options. I can load something from my photo library or take a photo. I can also click browse, and this will give me access to any cloud drive I have installed on my phone. So I have an iPhone, so I have iCloud, or I could grab a file from Google Drive or Dropbox. And I haven't tested with OneDrive, but I assume that if I had OneDrive, that could also appear as a location. So pretty ample options for people on the go trying to upload files. So if I select Google Drive and tap on something and upload it, I can submit my assignment from wherever I am. So that's assignments. Discussion posts also work really well through this app. I can either reply or start a new discussion post. So if I wanted to reply here to Tammy, I could just click reply, and then I have the text box here and the ability to add attachments below. Or I can create a new post by tapping there and entering my message here. And finally, quizzes and assessments are something that are often done online. These unfortunately cannot be downloaded offline, but they do work great through the app for people who have data or Wi-Fi connections. So I would just tap attempt now. I actually created this quiz in March, so though it's now currently April, the correct answer to what month is it in my demo quiz is March. I've just done a variety of question types. You can sort of see how it works on a mobile device. So for a matching question, I would tap, and then I get this little menu down at the bottom to select from, and then I tap done to select my answer. You can have essay questions that I would, you'd fill out by texting. And you can even do drag and drop. So Totara quizzes have a lot of drag and drop options, and I've just created one here, but they work great. You just tap with your finger and drag and drop into the appropriate spot in the sentence. And so that works on mobile too. And then I would finish attempt, and you can see that I did well on the fake quiz I made for myself. So those are what I've created. Or the various elements I have here in the course. If there are no questions, I can stop the share and send it back to you, Tammy.
Great, that was a great demo. Thank you so much, Erin. Sure, I will share my screen. One thing I would add to is people have asked me what are the next phases of development on the roadmap for the app, and I do know that the next one for Totara, I think it's 15/16, is they're going to be adding the course catalog, which is really cool. So it will continue to get better and better. So we're excited about it. This is our contact information. As I said, if you signed up for the webinar, we will be sending you the link. If you have ideas for other webinars you'd like us to do, please send those as well. And I'd like to thank Erin so much for the great demo. It was really neat to see it on a phone live. So thanks so much for setting that up today. We hope you have a great day. Thanks.